Hey there, welcome back to part 2 of my series, How to Easily Manage Your Home. If you haven't yet had a chance to watch part 1 of this series, go ahead and watch that before you dig into this one, because in this video, we will be building off of the block schedule that we created in part 1. So head over and watch that one first, and I will be waiting right here whenever you are ready. In this video, we are going to be tackling the 2 biggest time suckers for moms. And I think it's pretty safe to say that these are the 2 biggest time suckers for just about every mom out there because they don't go away. And I am talking about dishes and laundry. These 2 things keep coming up day after day, multiple times a day, needing our attention. And it can be really easy to just be overwhelmed and fed up and decide, you know what, forget it, I'm not doing dishes today. But then the problem is that they pile up and we end up having to do them anyway. It just takes a lot longer once we finally get around to doing it. So I'm going to show you in this video how I went from being very overwhelmed by the kitchen and the laundry in my house to facing these problems head on and learning that they really aren't that big of a deal if you do them correctly. So just like last time, before we get started, go ahead and grab a notebook or a binder or whatever you are using to create your home management binder. You'll also want to grab a pen or a pencil, and you may also want to grab a ruler if you are creating your templates from scratch. Or you could also grab the autopilot workbook like I am using, and then your templates will look exactly like the ones I am showing you today. So for this video, we will be using the block schedule that we created last time, and you all should still have that, hopefully, close by. And we will be using the weekly cleaning schedule. We won't actually be completing the full schedule this time. That will be in a later video, but we will still be using this template today. And we will also be using this here, the easy way to clean your kitchen. So let's go ahead and get started with tackling the laundry routine first. Now for this video, it is just going to be an overview on how to solve the laundry problem. I do have a full video with tons of tips in it that you can check out. I will put a link in the description down below, and I'll put it in the cards as well. But that video has basically every laundry tip that I have and will completely simplify your laundry routine. So check that out if you do need a little bit more help after watching this video. Now, when it comes to laundry, the only rule that you have to follow if you want to simplify your laundry routine is that you need to do 1 load of laundry every day from start to completely finished. And by completely finished, I mean folded and put in the proper drawers or in the closet or wherever you put your clothes. Having piles of folded laundry in your laundry room or on the floor isn't that much better than having piles of dirty laundry. So we want to be sure we are fully completing and putting away every single load before we start another one. So we are going to look at that daily schedule, that daily block schedule that we created last time, and we are going to decide which block of the day am I going to load the washing machine and start it? Which block of the day am I going to switch the laundry from the washer into the dryer? And which block of the day am I going to fold in and put the laundry away? Those 2 things can generally be in the same block. So I went ahead and did this last time. If you watched the video all the way to the end, you would have seen that I have in my morning block, start the laundry. And you would have seen in the second block of the day, I have dry the laundry. And then in my 4th block of the day, I have fold the laundry and put it away. Now, if you work outside of the home, you may be thinking, well, that would never work for me. I'm not at home during the day, so I can't switch my laundry or start my laundry during the day. And you are partially correct. You may not be able to start your laundry or dry your laundry during the day, but you can still follow the same principles for completing your laundry every single day. So for example, if you work outside of the home all day long, when you come home from work, the first thing that you do is you put your laundry into the washer and start the machine. Then, after you make dinner, before you sit down with your family, you switch the laundry into the dryer. Then, in the evening when you are sitting down to watch your favorite show, you fold the laundry. Another way that you could do this is you could start the laundry as soon as you get home from work. You could switch the laundry into the dryer before you sit down to watch your favorite show in the evening. And then in the morning, you could fold your laundry before you leave the house for work. You will still be doing an entire load every day, but you will just be mixing up the order. You will be folding first thing in the morning and then washing and drying later in the evening. The only way that you really don't want to do this is you don't want to just start the laundry right before you go to bed, because that's letting the clothes sit in the washer a little too long and they're likely to just get a little stinky when you do that. So try to avoid doing that, but you can still get 1 load of laundry done every day, even if you have a really busy schedule. Now, if you are a stay-at-home mom, I highly recommend you get all of the laundry folded and put away before it is time for dinner. Because it's really tempting when you are a stay-at-home mom to just keep cleaning and cooking and doing all the things until you go to bed at night. And it's really nice if you can get some things done earlier in the day so you can enjoy some downtime in the evening as well. The reason we want to put our laundry routine into our block schedule is because then it becomes a habit in our day. And it becomes much less likely that we will forget the laundry in one step or another. Because laundry is something that's not just a simple routine. It's not like cleaning your bathroom where you can clean it and then say, check, I'm done. I don't have to think about this again for a week. It's much more complicated than that because you have to remember to go back multiple times throughout the day for the process to be completed. So putting the routine into your daily block schedule will keep you from having the problem of clothes kind of getting stuck in one step or another. And you don't realize it until you go to do a new load of laundry and, oh, whoops, I left the clothes in the washer again and now they smell terrible and I have to rewash them. So go ahead and look at that block schedule now and decide which blocks will be best for you to do your washing, drying, and folding in. And keep in mind as you do this that multiple steps can be done in the same block. For me, it just works better to have each one in a different block. So before we go any further, grab that block schedule that we created and write in the correct column when you will be doing your washing, when you will be doing your drying, and when you will be doing the folding and putting away of the laundry. Now, before we move on to the kitchen cleaning routine, there is one other thing that I want to do with the laundry, and that is I want to grab out my weekly cleaning routine. And this is basically just each day of the week with 6 lines underneath it. And you can see on mine that the bottom 3 lines say wash, dry, and fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write the block of the day that I'm going to do the washing in, the drying in, and the folding in on those 3 lines. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, and you can grab out whatever you're going to use for your template and do that with me. And don't worry, we will be completing this in a different video, but for now we are just focused on those bottom 3 lines underneath each day of the week. As I was writing my blocks down on my weekly cleaning routine, I realized that more often than not, I switch the laundry into the dryer at the end of my morning block. So I just went ahead and wrote down morning block twice, next to the wash and next to the dry, and then I still do the folding in the evening block. And since I was changing the way I do that, or at least changing the way I wrote it down. I think I've always done it that way. For some reason, I just have written it down in my second block because it's kind of at the tail end of the first block. I went ahead and took on my block schedule and I put the switch laundry into the first block of the day here. And you may have also noticed that on Saturday, I put rest day. And that is because I think that every mom deserves a day off. And for me, that day off is Saturday. Now, I chose Saturday because of my religion, but you can choose any day you want. And if you haven't ever had a day off before where you aren't constantly cleaning or picking up after other people, you really should try it because it is so nice to be able to have a day when you can just relax and enjoy some time with your family. So the only cleaning that I do on Saturday is I do still keep up with the kitchen and make sure things are put away after every meal. And speaking of cleaning the kitchen, we are going to move on to how to keep your kitchen under control and have it not be so overwhelming for you every single day. So if you have the autopilot workbook, you can go ahead and grab out the easy way to clean your kitchen. And this basically outlines the easiest way and most efficient way to clean your kitchen after every meal. Now, if you don't have the autopilot workbook, that's okay. Let's see if I can hold this up here. You can take a screenshot and you can write down on a piece of paper all of these tips so that you can use them as well. But I will also go over it real quickly with you. The easiest way to clean your kitchen is number 1, to clean as you cook. And this can be a really great way to get your kids involved and have them helping take things to the recycling or washing some of the dishes as you are cooking. My goal usually is to have all of the prep work completely cleaned up by the time we are eating. Sometimes that happens and sometimes it doesn't, but that is the goal, to keep cleaning as you are cooking up until the point when you are eating. And this is another great way your husband can be involved, especially if he isn't much of a cook. It can be really nice for him to help with doing some of those dishes before you all sit down to eat. I know usually if my husband does get off work on time, he will come down and help out with this if he doesn't have something he's trying to get done in the yard. And if any of you guys are watching this, there is no better way to make your wife or your girlfriend or any other female in your life happy than to help her with the dishes when she is cooking. So keep that in mind. The second thing to do is to clean up right after the meal is over. And this goes for every meal, including breakfast and lunch. Now, I can tell you this one from experience because I used to be the person that would put my breakfast dishes and my lunch dishes into the sink and just wait and do all the dishes together in the evening. Because why would I need to do dishes more than once? Wouldn't it be more efficient to just do them all at the same time? Well, it isn't, because I really believe dishes don't add together, they multiply. And dishes that would be really easy to clean if you just do it right away become really hard to clean if they've been sitting there all day long. And another thing I used to do is I would just put all the dishes in the sink and say, oh, I will clean it in the morning. Well, it is a much better start to your day to come downstairs and see a nice clean kitchen than it is to spend the first half hour, 45 minutes of your day cleaning up from the day before. So the biggest thing to remember from this list on keeping your kitchen clean is to do it right away and don't delay. Now, when it comes to actually cleaning the kitchen, the first thing that you want to do is you want to put away all of the leftovers and all of the condiments and anything else that would go in the refrigerator away first. That makes sure you know exactly how many dishes you actually have to clean, and you don't turn around later and realize, oh man, now I have to stop doing the dishes so that I can put this away. It just streamlines the whole process. So put everything that you can away first. The next thing that you want to do is tackle the table. You want to wipe it down and get it all ready for the next meal. Then you want to clean the counters, working toward the sink. So you want to start at the furthest point away from your sink and work towards it. And that will just keep you from backtracking over and over again as you clean the kitchen. And then after you have done all of those other things, you want to start the dishes. If you start the dishes sooner than this, there is a good chance that you won't have everything in the sink and you'll have to stop and go back and do something else first. So if you wait to do the dishes until everything else is done, it will keep you from having to stop and start again once you have already begun doing the dishes. Once the dishes are done, you want to sweep the floor. And again, you don't want to do this any sooner in the process because it's pretty likely that you will spill something on the floor or get crumbs on the floor as you are wiping the counters off. And it's just best to wait until everything up above the floor is done before you go ahead and sweep. And the last thing that you want to do is you want to get everyone involved in helping clean up. Again, any guys who are watching this, you will make your wife, girlfriend, mom, sister, anyone else you live with very happy if you will help clean up the kitchen after each meal. Now, if you do work outside the home and you are trying to get your laundry and your kitchen cleaning done every evening, this is a great opportunity to tag team with your significant other. Give them the option. Would you rather fold the laundry or would you rather clean the kitchen? And this just makes it so that you don't have to be doing all of the cleaning by yourself in addition to working a full day at work. Now, if you have a hard time getting your family involved, don't worry. I am going to do an entire video later in the series on how to get your family involved without nagging from you or complaining from them. So right now, just worry about setting up these routines, and if your family isn't keen on helping, that's okay. Even just doing the routines by yourself will make your life a lot easier. But again, as we go through the series, a later video will cover completely how to get everyone involved once you have these routines set up. If you would like to follow along with this series and make sure that you don't miss any of the routines, grab the Easy Home Management Checklist in the description down below, and that will just make sure that you are setting up all of your routines right alongside me and you aren't missing out on any of the content. And if you would like to use the templates that I am using, you can grab the Autopilot Workbook. I will have that linked in the description down below as well, or you can grab that from my website at any time. And if you'd like a little bit more guidance to create your own routines than this mini series is giving, you can also check out, I just released a text course called Put Your Home on Autopilot, and it is a 32-day course with daily instructions. You can choose what time of day you'd like to get a text from me, and it will give you instructions on exactly which routines you should be setting up when and how to do all of that. And by the end of the 32 days, your home should be set to run itself. So check that out in the description bar as well down below if you are interested. Thanks so much for joining me on this video. I am Kassy with makingtimeforgiggles.com, and I make videos all about simplifying mom life. So be sure to subscribe down below if you would like to see more videos like this one. I will see you on the next one.